Prova, prova, prova. Te mi senti? Mi senti a me? Aspetta, non mi senti perché? Non mi senti? Un attimo. Prova, mi senti? Aspetta, però su Tools non è selezionato probabilmente. Mi senti? Mi senti? Prova, 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 prova. Vabbè, va bene. Ok, aspetta un attimo. Parla te.
comincio io e poi aspetta, comincio io, ti presento a te e poi tu chiami Corrado Galli, ok? So, the show must go on. Remember that what we are doing here is going to be uploaded in YouTube, in all the public servers, also in Asia and China. So in the future you can also watch it. So we'll go now in video. And of course, after I present, I would like you to share with, so that everybody looks at you, they know that you're here. Ci siamo? Parto? Okay. So, good afternoon. We're here, Florence City, in Villa Strozzi. So I'm very pleased to salute all of you. We are now in streaming video, and we have some friends and some our people that is following us. This is done with a lot of effort from World Renewable Energy Congress, University of Florence, and of course we had the support and the participation of Dobe Group, and of course Villa Strozzi partnership is very important for us for all what we're doing in Asia. So now all what we are going to be doing from now on till the end of the Congress is going to be on video and is registered, is going to be uploaded over YouTube. And I think that's a good resource also for the future, Professor Ali. I think this type of issues we could sort of, replicate in the future, okay? So I think at the moment I will pass the microphone to Professor Marco Sala.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for being here with us. The role of university within the conference and the research is not only academic role, but we are deeply connected with industrial research, with the companies, because without industry, without the role of the producer, the research is only theoretic. And we don't want to be academic, is in common sense, only to be theoretic, but we want to be involved on the really changing of the world, doing new things to develop the sustainable technology for a better world. As in this sense, I welcome you in my double role. One is a professor at the University of Florence, the other is a president of IGD, Italian green design company, who try to couple the research with the activity. And in this role, I'm very happy to give you a friendly welcome to the director of this building, this activity. This is like a hub for China companies, industries that the city of Shanghai developed together with the city of Florence. At the time that the mayor of Florence was Matteo Renzi, was also the former Prime Minister of Italy, and we hope also to be the next one. But in this sense, I called Corrado Galli to give you a welcome in his beautiful location. Corrado, please.
Okay, well, good afternoon. We are delighted from more than 40 countries to be hosted by the municipality of Florence. We thank you very much, and we very much like to continue this dialogue, because we believe Florence not only precious to the Italian, but Florence precious to all the world, is the birth of many, many scholars and many, many well-known, which we work day and night to try to be like them. I don't have to mention who they are. But anyway, we're also delighted that ABITA and the Florence University tried to forge this cooperation with China, because China is the dominant country in the world. China principle and knowledge should be spread all over the world, and of course, with the discovery of the silk and Marco Polo link with China so many years, is regenerate this dialogue between the two countries, between Italy and China. We're here to support you. We're here to help you. And from 40 different countries, we thank you again. We thank Marco. We thank Fernando for arranging this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you for the VREC for this opportunity in this framework to our activity. And now, Corrado Galli, in name of this.
Good afternoon to everybody. I am Corrado Galli. I'm CEO of Sino Italian Design Center. And I'm very happy to host all of you, all these 40 countries. And I would like to say thank you. Thank you to stay here with this temperature. This next year, I hope it will be better. And we are very honored to host this fourth MedGreen Forum event. Thank you to everybody. Good evening to everybody.
Audio. Ok, il professor Mr. Liu Hai from CESEP. CESEP is a state company of China. As I told you before, they for time being, we are sort of hosting a partnership with them. And do you listen? Can you hear me, Liu? Good. Nice to hear from you. Thank you very much. Welcome.
But I can't see you.
Okay, so but we can see you. We can see you very well. So we're very glad that you are here with us. So, Mr. Liu, we are sorry that Zia Long is not feeling well today, but we are sure that you can give us a short salute and the perspective of CESEP. How CESEP is working and what is the vision of CESEP. Could you please share with us what is the action and why do you believe, Mr. Liu, that the cooperation with us, with this group of friends from all over the world is also important for you in China, Liu? That's excellent. As you know, with Professor Marco, we are already given total availability. And in this respect also, we open up to the international community possibilities of cooperation together with us. I mean, as you said, Professor Ali, we are a community, we are the same community, so let's see how we can eventually in the future link with them. Also, there was an idea today in the conference that somebody told Professor Ali Saik, who's here with us, that perhaps in the next future, together with your help and the Ministry of Environment of China, MEFECO, the Office of Environmental and Financial Cooperation, we could start thinking of doing a World Renewable Energy Congress there with you guys. What do you think about that, Mr. Liu? Okay. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, so is there any question for Mr. Liu from you guys? Marco? Okay, so I think, you know, we have your information, we have PowerPoints, so we will share with you, we will share with them. Marco Sala wants to just say hello to you.
I'm also glad to say you that the cooperation with us at the university will be also supported by our Ministry of Environment. I talked with the General Director a month ago. He encourages me to develop the relationship with you and try to make a strongest cooperation in the environment field between your company, the China politics involvement in environment and the Ministry of Environment in Italy. This wanted to say you. Thank you.
Yes, one question from Professor Al-Bunnaga from Egypt.
Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. I would like to thank Professor Marco Sala and Professor Fernando and Professor Ali for this great opportunity. Can you please elaborate on what kind of areas in energy efficiency and energy conservation in particular? And it would be great if we can elaborate and develop in collaboration between our institutions and in this field in particular. Thank you. And perhaps maybe we can sign an MOU between the three parties. Thank you.
So basically, just to synthesize, you know, they just wanted to know a bit more about the projects that you are developing, that you are coordinating, Liu, especially in the field of renewable energy. So what are the Starlight projects that you're taking care now and you are coordinating? Could you please share with us?
Okay. Our CSAP collaboration have different kinds of green energy projects in China and a lot in Europe, in Mediterranean, actually. Mostly in Greece. We have photovoltaic and wind power and small hydropower. Maybe some biomass, I think.
Okay, that's excellent. So you're also basically working and doing projects in Europe.
It's our brother company. I don't know exactly the detail of their operation, but I have heard they have.
Okay. Look, how many companies are part of CESEP?
Maybe 20 or 30 subsidiaries in CSAP Group.
Okay. Okay, lovely. So, yeah, from Jordan.
Yeah, hello. My name is Mohammed Dabbas. I'm the CEO, the Managing Director of the Dana for Sustainable Developments in Jordan, which is working in Jordan and Middle East and the GCC countries more specifically. Actually, we are intended in Jordan just only to work with, let's say, a well-known companies like yours. So my question is, do you provide project developments or financial of these projects This is the first one. The second one, how do we can get into contact with your company in order to be agree upon, as example, to sign an MOU or anything later in future, in order to get benefited out of this, let's say, a present conference video. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
You can contact Professor Fernando. He shall share my contact with you. You can contact me via email, and I'm sure I can tell you more about the information you need.
Okay, that's lovely. Thank you very much, Liu. So, thank you very much for the time thing. I think we can just, let him go to sleep because, as you know, it's late in China. So, for the time being, I will share with you the contacts. So, thank you very much, Liu, for the time being. And, receive our salute here from Florence. Ok, so bye bye. Can you mi passi l'altro? Sì. Solo lui è entrato? Ok, allora facciamo una cosa. Mandami il PowerPoint, il PDF Country Gardens. The third in command of Country Gardens, unfortunately, is not connecting with Skype and is only connecting with WeChat. As you know, WeChat is the system they're using for communicating and sharing, information. But it's very difficult now to go through. Professor Ali. Professor Ali, please. Thank you. Sorry about that, Professor Ali, but... Okay, so we go ahead. WeChat, it was not possible to link with all the video components for the... So Kelly Wang has asked me kindly just to show you some pictures of what they're doing. So just go with the slides. Just go with the slides, one after the other. They are really a big group. They are working. They are thinking about this forest city. And go ahead. And they are really going on to it. And they are very well organized. It's a very big enterprise from Beijing. And they are landing in all the neighborhood countries like Malaysia and Singapore, and in them they are developing, go ahead, they are developing the intelligent city, let's say, the smart city concept. But the difference with us is that sometimes we talk a lot about smart cities. They do it, they are doing it, and they are doing it in big, they are huge development, huge scale development. And so, and as you see, they're also using the sort of European villa type. So it's a mix of things there. Go ahead. So basically, they are very open to, talk to us, to cooperate with us. I think the idea is not the design issue, even if we can improve the design. But as we understood, the idea is really the exchange of technology. They need technology to improve their quality of life. They are going fast, but without our technology and our knowledge, I'm talking of the international community knowledge, they cannot go properly and well as they should. So there is our role to go ahead, basically. So, mi mandi il video di presentazione mio? habitat written in Chinese. So we call it the New Silk Road because, as you know, this story started a long time ago during the Middle Ages, in which Marco Polo from Venice started traveling a long, long trip and arrived to China. And then the channel from, for collaboration between the Occident and the Orient of China was open. And now China is coming up with a very important project, which is called the Big Belt Road project, which is an infrastructural project from China to the Occident with a capacity of investment of money, which is something very, we have to really think about it. And there's no way that we must cooperate with that strategy that China is putting over us. So it's quite a challenge, but we don't want to have their name. We want to still keep our name, which is the New Silk Road. And the New Silk Road is what is our knowledge and what is our technology that they need, and so therefore we can keep on collaborating. I think at this moment, Marco, perhaps you can share with us the training actions and the master's degree that we are preparing, because I think the international community can well participate with us on those.
Yes, the master as a training activity after university that we provide over the issues of sustainability, green design, new materials. It's also a powerful tool to make connection with other countries. Up to now, we have rolled this master for 15 years, very successful here in Italy, with some people from other countries, but the master was given in Italian, unfortunately. With the present year and with the MOU that we had signed with the Kingdom University of Bahrain, we started a new edition of master in English languages. It, of course, is more international. And this new version of master could be replicated in many other countries where English language is a common language in training in the university all over the world, as well as in China. We are starting this to prepare the material and to give this new training activity that not regards only the small group of Habitat, but also the relevant scientists like you that join in our conferences, that join with the VRENC network, and they will be invited, they will be called to give lecture with this new edition of Master Habitat. This is our activity in the future. But as I told you before, universities don't want only to provide theoretical formation activity, but want also to integrate the industry, to integrate the production, real object, the real way of building. For this reason, we will have the cooperation, the support of many, many Italian companies, of course also European, but we start from Italian ones, because in some cases we are also the best company that with also support and to develop their technology and to present the technology to all the country that will be with us in sharing these very important training opportunities. For this reason, I called the representative of Confindustria, Dr. Raffaele Berni, who give us is not only welcome but also the vision of Confindustria, is the organization of Italian industrial companies. Thank you, Mr. Berni.
Hello. Yes, just a moment. Thank you. As president of Florence Confindustria of Ceramic of Glass and Glass, we think that this location is perfect for this MedGreen Forum. It's perfect even if a bit warm, maybe this evening. It's perfect because Florence is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, because Florence takes her name from flower that, as we know, is the best expression of greenery.
作为佛罗伦萨玻璃与陶瓷行业的工业主席，我们认为这是一个完美的地点来举办这次的论坛“生命技术与绿色建筑”。在世界上这最美丽的城市之一佛罗伦萨，这个名字来源于鲜花。鲜花众所周知是这个生命中世界上最美丽的绿色生命。
Yes, we have a long history of company producing here nearby Florence. A long history of companies specialized in producing furniture, marble, decoration, ceramic, glass, and so on. And all this company would like to open the market and to deal and to export to other countries. Some of our companies are still cooperating in China, and we have some production over there. And as you know, by the way, Confindustria is more used, is more comfortable to speak about business than to speak about speeches. So I don't take more time to you, and we leave time to the company to make business. Many thanks for your attention. Thank you very much.
我们位于佛罗伦萨的周边，有着悠久的历史，来自于百年的陶瓷玻璃的制作。我们不仅拥有国际公司，如科布多比亚，也有很多其他的公司生产着其他类型的建筑和物品，这都是当地优秀的产品，有意向与中国展开合作。我们在此所做的演讲，并没有比我们所知道的更好，所以我们在此希望有更多更好的公司出席，来与此次论坛并带来更大的可能。谢谢大家的合作，谢谢大家关注，谢谢。
Yes. Thank you very much.
So, ma questo funziona al mio? Funziona al mio? Tieni. Ok. Mi fai entrare Xian Fei dalla Cina, per favore? Xian Fei Yuan. Xian Fei Yuan. Okay, Xian Fei, he is the boss of Xia Long, who came here. But unfortunately, Xia Long was not feeling well yesterday and today. She had a big fever, so she couldn't come. But Xian Fei is his boss in China, so he, will just come in to say salute to us. Are you there, Xian Fei?
Yes. Can you hear me well?
Yes, very well. Good. So can you see us? Can you see us here? It's very hot.
I heard. It's about 42.
Yeah, okay. So basically we're here to just say a salute to you. We're sorry that Zia Long is not feeling well, but we will take care of her. So I just wanted to, so that you talk to us a little bit, to this community, international community here in Villa Strozzi and in the MedGreen Forum. Could you please share what is the future strategies on the policies for green finance that you are supporting in China, Xianfei?
First, I'm Xianfei. I'm from CRSTDS, and I'm the director of the strategy department. We are focused on green finance in recent years. And I think the green finance is growing very fast in China, and we have do a lot of policy works from the central government level and from the local government level. And I think that will bring a lot of opportunities in green buildings, like green architectures and green area planning and design. I think this is we can have a lot of cooperation in the future, and Chinese opportunity with the Italian eco design and eco technologies.
Absolutely. Basically, back again, I share one idea that came this late morning, that perhaps together with your help, and especially with the coordination of the Ministry of Environment in the future, we could start sort of establishing all the procedures to have a big World Renewable Energy Congress in China. But we need your help, and we need the help of the Ministry of Environment. So perhaps in the next future, together with Professor Ali Saik, that he will come and say hello to you, we can eventually try to establish some sort of protocol of understanding with you guys and with the Ministry of Environment of China, so that we can eventually go ahead in the possibility. I want to give the word to Professor Ali Saig. He is the head of the World Renewable Energy Congress from the United Kingdom. So I will pass the microphone to him, Xianfei, so that he can talk to you directly, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Professor.
We are welcoming the cooperation between you and ABITA, and also between you as a country and Italy. But my request, now you are getting a gigantic project, the Silk project. Could you please make it from Beijing to Florence, so the train come all the way from Beijing to Florence? You put your influence, we put our influence. Thank you.
That's lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor. Okay, Xianfei, so Florence and Beijing together, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. I think we will make it in the near future.
No, I think Xianfei, the possibility of you, I talked to Zia Long about this, the possibility of you organizing tour enterprises to visit us in Italy and in other country partners, I think is a very good idea. And with Zia Long, we talk on this to do it in October, quickly. So let's help us organize companies who are interested in our technology, in our knowledge, in our experience to come to visit us here. I think that's the best way to do good business in the future. Let's receive them, let's show them what we are, let's take them to Cave di Marmo in Pietrasanta, and they will know what they can get from us. Professor?
What would you like me to say?
I don't know, whatever you want.
I find this very exciting. I didn't realize when I came to the forum just how important this afternoon was going to be. It's a very important part of our forum here, and it's giving us a contact in China. I gave a paper which looked at the amount of wind turbines there are around the amount of wind turbines there are around the world. China, by a mile, has more wind power than anybody else. So our conference, which has been discussing renewables, had China right at the front of everything we were doing. We here are welcoming this contact with China now. We've had our technical sessions. This is the business part of our conference. And we're very pleased to have you with us in spirit and in picture.
Very good. Thank you.
Even if you can't be here in person.
Lovely. Thank you very much. I mean, technology is fantastic because while we're talking, I have WeChat and you know, their system, and of course WhatsApp, which we are all using, and therefore, you know, we're very grateful, Xianfei, that I know it's late. We don't want to waste your night, so thank you very much. You know, and we will keep on, first of all, in our friendship that we hope to be long, you know, for a long time. That I think is the first thing that we all look forward is share cooperation and friendship with you guys in China. Then after that we do that we are comfortable within each other, then we can do business. I think that's very important for all of us. Okay, so Xianfei, thank you very much for your time and receive our salute here from Florence.
Very glad to join the forum through Skype. And thank you for your time. Hope we can see in the near future in Beijing and make some cooperation. Thank you.
Okay, good, lovely. So thank you very much. Can you get me Mr. Pablo from South Africa, please? Yes, just call. Okay, so one of the I think very important continents that are growing with an immense speed is Africa. So we will have Mr. Pablo Recalde. He's my oldest brother. He worked 40 years in the United Nations. So he will link. He's now in South Africa. He's now in Johannesburg and Cape Town. So he will link with us and tell us what are the perspectives there. What is going on there in that part of the world. Hello?
Yes, hello, Fernando.
Yes, how are you?
We're fine, thank you very much.
Is it cold there?
It's winter, so I've got the heating.
You have heating there, okay. We have air conditioning here, but I think you are doing better than us. Okay, so could you please, Pablo, share with so where are you and what are the perspectives of growing and going into sustainable development in Africa, in Southern Africa?
I'm very fine, thank you very much. Well, actually, I've got the heating inside where we are. It's very, very cold, so absolutely.
Okay, there's a bit of timing between me and you, so just go for the perspective of Southern Africa and share this with our community, please.
What are the perspectives of growing and going into sustainable development in Africa, in Southern Africa?
Thank you very much, Fernando. I would like to first thank everybody.
Where we are, it's very, very cold.
So, absolutely.
Go ahead, go ahead. Just try to, you go ahead directly, because there's a bit of timing between me and you. So now you get the word, just go and give us the information directly. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I am making this presentation from a small village in the outskirts of Maseru, the capital of Lesotho, a small kingdom surrounded by South Africa. This to underline how technology has penetrated every aspect of our life. We represent at the moment with IGD thank you very much. We are covering at the moment Zambia, Lesotho, and South Africa.
Go ahead. We're listening to you. Just finish your presentation.
At the onset that for us it is critical that collectively we tackle urgent economic growth needs, keeping in mind that the same must be sustained over time in order for such growth to achieve the expected impact in its entire population, and not just these upper segments, as has been the case up to now. In terms of social housing, there is a large shortfall of social housing needs in Southern Africa that need to be tackled, not by traditional wasteful and non-sustainable construction methods, but through innovative and comprehensive modalities that look at urban restructuring and spatial integration as a critical component of development of social and productive strategies. As an in the Republic of Africa, any provider of housing wishing to include a social housing in its development can apply for capital subsidies to finance the social housing units to be delivered as part of the project. Social housing capital subsidies come through various streams, restructuring capital grants and institutional interventions, as well as institutional subsidies from provincial governments. Imagine that together these two subsidies can make up as much as 65% of project costs for the subsidized portion of a rental development. There is thus a clear financial and market development case for investment in South Africa's social housing sector, and although different in structure, similar support can be found in both Lesotho and Zambia.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, I think that the perspective of how Africa will be growing in the next 2 or 3 years based on World Bank data are really incredible. So for sure, both North Africa, South Africa, the whole continent is one of our targets to in the next future. So we will surely, will close stronger bonds with you guys, and we hope also that all the other community that is here will be supporting, the growth of Africa and the Africa trend towards sustainable development in the next future. So for sure, we will be targeting Africa and helping Africa to go forward on sustainable development. Okay, so thanks Pablo for the link.
Thank you.
And we will be talking to you as soon as possible. Okay, thank you very much. So
thank you.
Pablo from Africa. Ok, Marco, a questo punto andiamo con le ditte, andiamo con. So we go ahead with the enterprises. Giuliano, could you please come and share with us your ideas and your perspectives? mi chiami la Ella per favore che venga a aiutare a tradurre? Qua? Qui, vieni qui perché devi stare da questa parte. E avete PowerPoint? Avete dei video? No, ok, va bene. Allora parla lei, tranquillo.
Thank you very much for the invite to your meeting. Thank you to everybody for your passions. Allora, my name is Giuliano Grassi. I am involved with ETA activity, and at the same time I am the secretary of the European Biomass Industry Association. ETA has two types of activity. One is the organization of a very large worldwide conference on photovoltaic and bioenergy, and the second activity is a service activity for development, identification of project and execution of a techno-economic feasibility study. Myself, as beyond some activity assistant to ETA, I'm trying to promote the business for European industry on bioenergy. We have done two important operations in the last few years because the association are not very useful if they are not able to procure opportunity a business for investor. Alors, we concentrated the major effort on the private investor because the official government have some time they do something that is not based on business at the beginning, at least, but private investors don't put any money on something that don't give a return very fast. At the same time, we thought that with the huge development or research development demonstration could be useful to look around at university level, European, also beyond the European level, what is going on, and being involved since a long time in all sectorial activity of bioenergy, we could identify what is new, but most which is very promising in terms of a business and also for helping the who need such technology, the result, utilization of such technology. So we create a network of universities who are innovative, who generate innovation, and with the second effort to create the pool of investors, we try to bridge the need of investors to identify the good project, and the other to have a fast utilization of a new idea, new technology, innovative system. At present, just to let you know, as association, we are also cooperating with Marco Sala and his group Habitat, because we have also an important project already from investor already decided, will start next year, where we make an important effort of innovation. We wanted to have also an innovation center who would collect all the advanced technology that will be important for the so-called smart city or smart district, because it will be involve about 72 hectares of a building, completely new, and so we can really do everything we could imagine for the future. It will be the case. So it will be involving 1,200 habitat for people, a business center, education center, a pleasant, quite a lot of green. In any case, is their effort. We shall see what are able to come out. And investor like very much our proposal to have an innovation center. Also, if it is an increase of the cost, they like it very much, because it will be a very attractive point in the smart city of the future, We have identified 31 technology that could be applied, and we are going to utilize in this urban district of limit, it will be in the north of Europe. So this is one project. We go to other big project, biorefinery. We are discussing in the United States. It is already, investor already manifest interest. We are discussing now. It will be very huge. A project also for United States. It is for biochemical, biofertilizer, something else. There is no need now to say. The other project are manufacturing of important technology, new technology, not yet on the market, but from next year, 1.5 years could come on the market. So could be a small generator for the countryside, and a series of innovative technology for the developing world. There are 1.6 billion people without electricity. If there is no running motor, there will be no development. So we have identified at the beginning too sophisticated, but with quite a lot of technology to solve all the problem of people. People has nothing. If you have nothing, also if you put photovoltaic wind, they cannot buy. How to do to put in movement this huge amount of population? Africa is a typical case. There is 800 million has no electricity. 80%. Imagine what it tells. We have identified a project who cover the food, animal feed, a series of a product, 10 products from only one crop, like charcoal, also activated coal, because for the clean water you need. But it is a small effort. If you consider that you, for one person, for purification water, you need 0.5 kilogram activated coal. It will be a cost of $4. But why is not? Because now the activated coal in the hand of 7-8 multinational companies is very expensive. There is no distribution. We want to vulgarize the production locally of activated coal. It will be able to do at very low cost. The second is the power generator. You see, biomass is not very good for making electricity because it's too expensive. You don't understand why it should cost 3 times the coal power plant. It's like that. There is no market. Although we have some industry have developed a very advanced generator, 5, 10, 20, 50, 250, 500 kilowatt, with also at 10 kilowatt the electric efficiency 20%. It's unimaginable. It will be massive production because it's the only way to produce at very reasonable cost. So this could be in the village. You could put 10 kilowatt, a 10 generator in disperse to satisfy the 1,000, 200,000 people. This is another kind of project. After we have a project of manufacturing, new pelletization technology for everything. The other problem is waste. The municipal, in urban, the sludge. So we have found a technology, and we are trying to mobilize a big organization because we know what could be useful. It's not completely solved, but with important effort that I think we could be controlled and manufactured in a short time. Of course, some year will be always needed. This is the kind of activity that we are looking, biochemical, biomass, we can do 73,000 products like petroleum. So it's a question to be more expensive, and so the process of development, so the possibility very huge. A biomass potential is 2 times the actual long term. The 2 times the global energy consumption today, we are about 13 billion ton equivalent per year globally. And so we have up to 29. I'm in the G8 steering committee, and so we know what is going on around the world, and also the potential. So biomass will be extremely important, not for electricity, for everything else, especially for small-scale activity. Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much, Giuliano. Thank you very much. And I think Giuliano is sharing with us, I think, three things that I personally appreciated very, very much. First, the passion that he carries out, since we know his past experience. He was director of the European Union sectors in this field, and he keeps it with the same passion, I believe, that many years ago. The second thing that I appreciate much of Giuliano is his social vision. When he talks about what he's doing and the potential businesses that all this biomass and pellet can bring around in the world, there's a social vision behind in his perspective, and I think that is outstandable that he points that out always. He never forgets. And I believe that we should also never forget that we are trying to go for, for green business. We want to get business, but there's also a social impact in what we do. And that we must always remember, especially when we're thinking that our products and our actions can, hit, local communities in developing countries. And you gave immense figures. I mean, the world is in a big stress, especially in Africa, that. I mean, to have the social vision about how we go on to do business all over the world, I think is very important. And this, I really thank Giuliano that in all the ways that he's always talking, in all the conversations that we have together for businesses in the biomass industry, in the biochemistry industry, which we know is a huge money-consuming industry, he always points out the social aspect of it, and I think is very good for that. Giuliano.
Important point I forgot to mention that in this development village, we have a program at 20 village now, we discuss with investors. For 1 year, everybody will get everything free. Food, feed, energy, all things. Because the economy of this kind of project can support easily. People who has nothing could for 1 year not to worry about money, because it can. The second year they have to start to pay tax and to recover the investment.
That's quite fair.
With this innovative technology produced in a massive way, we believe it's the beginning of development. If you have a running engine, these people cannot buy the electricity, and so otherwise they will terrible problem for development.
Okay. Lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Giuliano. So we go ahead, Marco.
I think now the various companies will present directly their products according to the program, and so.
So, Bernie, please. And we will, thanks God that we are having Hang Leibao that is going to give us a hand in translating. You can go there.
So good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for the possibility to be here this afternoon to introduce you all the activities of our company. I'm very proud to introduce you our company, which name is Bernie Company, from the surname of the owner, Mr. Bernie. We are located in a little town near Florence, in Vinci, the little town in which the genius Leonardo da Vinci was born.
很高兴在这里跟大家见面，我在此也向大家介绍一下我的公司 Bernie 企业。这家企业由 Bernie 先生所有，坐落于离佛罗伦萨非常近的一个小城市，叫芬奇城市。在那个城市里孕育了伟大的大师达芬奇先生。
And our company is now at the third generation because it was born in 1951. So we have quite big history and a great experience in the field we are working. Our specialization is turnkey projects. So in our company, we are able to develop projects, interior design projects, starting from the white paper, so starting from the preliminary drawings up to the shop drawings and the completion of the complete phases of the development. And we are able to produce and control directly everything regarding finishing materials and pieces of furniture, from joinery items up to padded items, curtains, and everything.
我们的家族这是第3代的家族企业，所以从1951年开始，我们有非常深厚的历史，并且有非常深厚的经验。我们专注于建筑的项目，这些项目从房屋设计到后期的成品制作，我们都可以一条线的完成一个流水作业。
So interior design and interior decoration is our main field. We work mainly in the field of hospitality buildings for hotels, but we are specialized also for what concern private palaces, villas, shops, and all the buildings for which is required a very special interior design concept.
室内设计是我们专攻的一个领域，所以不管是别墅还是庄园还是私人住房，我们都能够在里面完成一个非常好的设计。
So just to summarize some numbers, we are about 170 employees in the company, everybody dedicated to a special phase of the development of our projects, and we have an annual turnover about 60 million dollars.
我们有170个雇员，服务于我们的顾客，因此每年都会有近5万欧的利益产值。
We are able, of course, to work in Italy, but also abroad. We have realized works in all over the world, in United Emirates, in France, in Ireland, in Serbia. So we are capable to work in every part of the world.
我们的工作的足迹遍布全球，从欧洲到美国。因此，我们有能力去完成一个全球化的服务。
So we can finish this brief presentation with a video. We have a brief video that we can start with.
我想以一个短暂的视频来结束我今天的短暂的陈述。谢谢大家。
Okay, thank you.
Hi to everybody. My name is Jacopo Rossi. I'm working in a family company. Our company is born in 1932, so long time ago. I'm the fourth generation. We start with a marble quarry because we are located near Carrara.
我们是大家好，我是罗西建筑师，很高兴跟大家在这里见面。我的家族也是，我所在的也是一个家族型企业，现在是第4代的家族。目前为止，我们的工作于卡拉拉城市附近的一个小镇。
The experience that we accumulate in 85 years of working and 4 generations permit us to guarantee to our customer really high quality standards in the marble himself and also in what we produce.
我们致力于让我们的客户获得一个非常满意的产品，特别是在大理石制品上。
Marble has also a green face. This is a green forum, so marble is one of the material that can be used in all everything can be used from marble, from the blocks to the slabs. Like if you look at your floor, that is a really old way to recycle marble. So they have just nothing, they put it with concrete and they recycle something that otherwise has to be wasted.
作为今天的会议的主题，绿色环保，我们的产品所使用到的原材料大理石，也正是符合这样一个使命的。所以我们这样一种材料可见于我们的地板以及我们生活当中任何一处可以使用。
Marble is also 100% calcium bicarbonate, so everything, when I say everything, means after the marble processing of cutting, we use a lot of water to process it, to cool the machine, and what we have at the end is water and dust. We filtrate the water and reuse in all the process, and with the dust they find a way to make a lot of things like toothpaste, things for like for animal food, because it's a proper mineral, it's a calcium bicarbonate.
就因为大理石它也是一个原材料是碳，所以不管是在切割当中，它所产生的只有它所需要的只是水，产生的只有灰，因此水可以保证这一个产品的环保性，同时它的灰尘又可以致力于其他的产品，比如说动植物所需的养分。
From the moment of the extraction of the block in our quarry to the moment the final cut to size, like a floor or a fireplace like there, or a kitchen top, we can guarantee really high standard of precision because we made all to our company, so we can control from the start to the end of the process. We can supply most of the marble from Carrara, most of the granites from all over the world that we process all in our company. And also especially the historical material that is being used for a lot of historical building in Italy and historical church like in Florence. All the marble you see in Florence, most of it comes from Carrara.
大理石会作为一个最古老的原材料，大量的使用于建筑以及教堂等这些历史性的建筑物当中。但是我们的产品，也遵循了这样一种历史悠久的原则，从生产到最后一个出炉的一系列的一个过程，都保证了我们大理石的制品是最完美的。
Il target della nostra azienda, the target of our company is to work with all the kind of projects that require really high precision and our know-how. So we prefer to make 1,000 square meter really well done and not to make 100,000 square meter just done.
我们公司的目标是致力于完成每一项工程以最专业、最有经验的态度和最富经验的这些过程，然后使大家认识到我们的产品是最一流的。
We also have a really short video that we can send it to make you understand better what we are talking about.
现在请看他们的公司介绍。
So that's a little view of our company, of the quarry, so where our materials come from. In our stockyard we cut it in slabs or in a bigger block, and then with the CNC machine we can produce kind of everything that can be designed by computer, so everything.
Yeah.
That's some photo since where we start, 1932. My grandfather, my great-grandfather also.
这是1932年我们公司开始生产的一些照片。
This is some of our material and some of
这
the
是不
project
同
we
的
made.
质地的大理石。
I really like to thank Professor Recalde for the opportunity to speak to all of you and say thanks to everybody. Thank you.
感谢大家。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Francesco Ferrante from Colombia. I'm in the chemical business of this company.
大家好，我是 Francesco， 我们来自一个化学的公司。
This company produces chemicals for ceramic and glass.
我们的公司生产陶瓷和玻璃。
In the last 15 years, he developed new materials for build for any kind of support. This material increases the properties of material and creates a new kind of properties.
这样一个产品来自于一种原材料，但是它变化了以后，它会有另外一种产品的性质。
This material is for the build and for the air pollution.
非常有高的产值和非常广受欢迎。
So for the presented this material, we can start with a video.
大家可以通过视频来了解我们的产品。
The three types of the product: nanomaterial, biomedical, and vitroceramics.
这是我们3个线索。
This is the kind of new material: nanomaterial for drug delivery, quindi nanomaterial for imaging contracts, and product for zirconia.
第一种是生物科技的原材料，适用于很多，比如说药物运输途中的使用。
Also, nano inks for the ceramics and for cultural heritage.
同时也在文物修复当中起到非常大的作用。
This is the vitroceramic.
这是陶瓷制品的一个
Its name is
重要的
Yalska.
材料。
This product is for the pollution and for the photocatalytic filtration.
这一部分是指的是零污染的。
Introducing BRID, the revolution of air purifying. Getting rid of carbon monoxide, bacteria, odors, pollution, allergens, and much more has never been this easy. The patented nanotech ceramic element is the heart of this revolutionary technology. Its trademark process irreversibly binds the active nanoparticles to the filter's structure. This guarantees a virtually endless durability and inexpensive maintenance. The filters always stay active. Just a quick rinse under running water, and they're as good as new. BRID's exclusive technology silently neutralizes carbon monoxide, bacteria, NOx, organic odors. BRID can adapt to your needs, and by simply adding a second or third module, it can speed up the cleaning process or deal with larger environments. BRID purifies the air by breaking down bacteria, pollutants, and unpleasant compounds, which are responsible for pathogens, allergies, and odors. They don't stick to the filters or collect on metal plates. They are vaporized, gone for good. BRID is the perfect addition to a home with children, seniors, and is excellent if you live with pets. You can even use it in your car with a simple adapter. The BRIDS app allows you to breathe easy and relax. You can monitor the air you breathe, so everything is
This is a new
under
product
control.
that
With
is
your
on
support,
the Kickstarter.
BRID, the next generation air purifier, will soon be ready for production. Thank you.
So this type of filtration can you use for indoor, also for the office with large space, and also for the industries.
这个空气清新剂不仅适用于房屋，也适用于办公室，还有大面积的空间。这个是他们的办公室。
This is our companies and the test with our product.
这是我们测试产品的过程。
In this totem, there are a new kind of filtration. There's a ceramic filter. This is the filter for the industries.
啊，这一部分就是出成板。
Thank you.
谢谢大家。
As we already said, we are already collaborating with Colorobia, so the relationship between research and enterprise with Colorobia is really top level, and we are very grateful that you are here. And I think these new growing markets especially in Asia, could really take very good use of all this. So in the future, perhaps we can, go further and go faster on this. Thank you very much, Francesco. Thank you. Okay, so we go now. Matteo Lucchini is here. Ciao, Matteo. Dalle addosso. Let's go for it. With Matteo, of course, we also have a strong collaboration because the greenhouse that you saw and that together with Marco and the effort of advanced research at the university supported by the Tuscan region and the European Union is very fruitful. But, Matteo, we have already talked in China about the possibility of going in strong industrial partnerships for the ideas that you have. So here we are to listen to you. Please.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. I'm representing Idromeccanica Lucchini, which is a family-owned business company. We just turned 70 years old this year.
我在这里呈现的是我的家族企业，机械公司。
And basically, our core business is to supply greenhouses and equipment for crop growing from baby leaf nursery up to fruit production inside the greenhouses.
我们的这个机械从机械领域到食品加工领域都有涉及。
So throughout the years, we arrived in this present, and then we'd like to jump in the future, focused basically in a new target to try to actually push the new concept of greenhouse through the vertical farming system that we also wanted to try to show, even though there were very small clients of it, but here in Firenze, in the square close to the university.
我们的家族企业近几年来一直致力于发展从农用机械到深度的研究、科研研究，在大学中的科研研究都有涉及。
And so in this way, we wanted to combine the greenhouse sector with a new way, basically, of growing lettuce, baby leaf, strawberries, or any kind of crop in vertical, in order basically to get to a new stage of agriculture and try to squeeze the space and efficiency, optimize what basically we are doing every day, or in every part of the world we are doing in open field.
我们的产品在各个领域都非常顶尖，因此目前为止我们的产品在全球都有使用。
Of course, it's not a disruptive innovation. We are basically coming into with a technology which is not new, but we are pushing with our basically long experience inside the sector of the greenhouses with new products. There are basically three families of products. One is vertical farming in architecture, like urban farming. One is container box, and the other one is the indoor farming for domestic use.
虽然我们的产品都不是最新的，但是我们有在和别的产品进行别的科技领域进行一种结合，就比如说在建筑上面，我们有这样的两个产品线。
So the first one, urban farming wise, they are mainly tailored project because they have to fit inside a very special need, even though they can be implemented in big cities or in big centers.
我们的这样产品在大的中心都有使用，同时也涉足于小的农用场地。
We started in 2015 in Expo Milan when we presented the first prototype, and now we see within the end of the year to accomplish the first one at the Italian consulate in New York City.
在米兰和纽约，我们都有参与过不少的展会。
And today, just wanted to briefly focus on basically the middle-sized proposal, which is basically Boxland, which is the container box. You see the box containers, they are going around the world on sea transport. which is basically the most common solution, very standard, and with which you can achieve basically these objectives.
今天我们要致力于这个农业4.0这样一个产品叫 Boxland， 然后是讲述如何在垂直的跟农产业。
So in the solution, basically, we combine a professional solution which takes the benefit of the hydroponic cultivation in the lowest, in the tightest space as possible, and basically exploit the vertical dimension, basically.
像这样一个产品，我们在有限的空间中，提供了更多的可能性。
With this solution, we are proposing also side companies and partners that are working with us, basically to deliver a solution that reuse the water as much as possible, and also try to give kind of means like LEDs, lighting solutions, and also climate control, that they are as much optimized as possible, and they can basically exploit the crops growth.
在这样一个产品中，有4家公司跟我们合作，不管是从光学，还是最大利用程度的利用水分，还是这种养分的汲取，他们都给出了最专业的建议。
So basically, this proposal it is split in 2 versions. One is the 20-feet box, and the other one is the 40-feet IQ box. So based on the volume area, we can have different production area because we are working through vertical racks.
作为一个在垂直领域工作的一个产品的话，我们的产品从25英尺到40英尺都有设计，因此这取决于一个你们所需要的空间。
Yeah, here you see a little bit of numbers of the space, the available space that you can use.
这些基础的信息。
And here you see is, can you hear me? Hello? Okay?
Yes.
You see basically a very 3D layout, even though the very new Boxland is coming out next month.
这个盒子就马上会在下一个月产出。
And the side benefits that you have, of course, by growing in hydroponic is quite simple, is low pesticide, and you can reach very high yield by staying in a bioorganic production, basically.
像这个产品的话，我们用最先进科技来提供一个最好的一个产出值。
So this is an example, since we did many tests on baby leaf and green goods, let's say. So these are very few numbers of what this solution can produce in the yield per year. Then you have, of course, the convenience that you can place that everywhere. It is very plug and play. And of course, it can be also run through renewable energy.
经过长期的检验，我们一直在测算出产品植物在什么样的情况下会有更好的产出，以及怎么样让农作物零残留。
And last but not least, it was the third family, which is Tomato Plus, which basically doesn't make any sense with tomato crop, but actually is household domestic vertical farm. So basically what you see here, it is everything embedded in a fridge. And you can see on the leaflet outside much more information about this domestic vertical farm. And then if you want to keep in touch, I'll be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, lovely. Thank you very much, Matteo. I think this is this is quite a future that we will all be following, as Professor Marco already said. And let's sort of see what we can eventually start thinking also with the China industry, because I think they are already starting. We know Germans are there, we know Dutch are there, but why shouldn't we also be there? So let's see if we can, have our also, time there with them and see what sort of bonds from industry based on also the research that we are doing here, we can in the future establish with China, Matteo, okay? Lovely. So now we have 1, 2, 3, Carlo.
Good evening.
大家下午好。
Più forte.
Good evening. I put you a welcome and achievement to all the participants and organizers of the MedGreen Forum, representatives in an international contest that is always more sensitive to the problems of the environment, of the culture, and of the art. I am an architect and I work in this sector, and I have a company that work in art sector. The name is 123 Art. 123 Art is a professional company working in the world of art and creativity with a multidisciplinary and innovative concept to facilitate the needs of a world always globalized and complex.
我在这里作为一个建筑师，向大家阐述一下关于今天我们的环境、自然、艺术之间一个敏感又受影响的一个互相影响的一个关系。我有一个公司名字叫123 Art， 这一个公司致力于在全球领域从事各项艺术工作。
In the course of the years, we have acquired experience and competence in the planning of cultural events and in the organization of an exhibition with important institutions, particularly in the sector of visual art, contemporary art, architecture, design, fashion, and photography.
我们在艺术设计、视觉艺术以及当代艺术、建筑领域都有所作为，所以我们能够在布展以及策展的过程当中给出一个非常专业的学术背景。
This Jan in Shanghai at Modern Art Museum, we have realized and is in course a great exhibition of Giorgio Morandi and Giorgio De Chirico. More than 100 works of the two most important Italian artists of the last century, and is a great success of critical and public.
今年我们在上海成功地举办了一场关于莫兰迪和基里科这两位上世纪意大利最重要的艺术大师的展览，在中国获得非常好的影响力。
The exhibition will be open until 12 September.
这个展览会持续到9月23号。
Art is a way of communication and combining different cultures.
艺术是一个在不同文化当中的纽带。
Follow a short video about your job.
现在向大家展示我的视频。
Thank you.
谢谢大家。
Thank you very much, Carlo. And Giovanni, please, from West System. We have been collaborating already with West System, and we're very grateful for Giovanni to give us the perspective of what they're doing. But the environmental aspect and the environmental field, of course, it's is a must everywhere in the world, and most, I think, than ever in developing countries or in transitional economies like China and Africa. So I think together we hope in the future with targeting joint projects, we hope.
Thank you.
Please.
Sorry, but I prefer to speak in Italian, but the presentation is in English language. Good afternoon, buon pomeriggio, io sono Giovanni Cannata, sono il direttore tecnico della West Systems. Direttore tecnico della West Systems, società di monitoraggio e servizi ambientali, società toscana con sede a Firenze e a Pontedera. Forse molti di voi sapranno, oggi è l'Art Overshoot Days, ovvero sia è il giorno in cui la Terra ha finito di consumare le risorse che riesce a produrre da sola. E quindi mai come oggi cade questa circostanza, questa data un po' funesta per l'ambiente e per il nostro pianeta.
各位下午好，我作为我们公司 Western Systems 西部系统来跟大家阐述一下我们今天我们的公司所涉及到的一些环境上的产品。
La nostra società da circa 25 anni appunto è impegnata a tutto tondo nei servizi per la protezione dell'ambiente e per la produzione di strumenti della protezione dell'ambiente. I nostri assi portanti sono quelli appunto del monitoraggio ambientale, monitoraggio dell'emissione diffusa di gas dal suolo, per il quale abbiamo sviluppato nel corso degli anni dei prodotti che oramai riusciamo a vendere in tutto il mondo. E un aspetto altrettanto importante è quello dei servizi di ingegneria ambientale intesa come protezione dell'ambiente, progettazione di strutture e infrastrutture ad elevato livello di sostenibilità ambientale, a protezione dal rischio delle alluvioni, a protezione del rischio delle alluvioni, a protezione della
Yes, basically just to be brief, I will make a brief translation. So West System is developing actions in the environmental system, especially in the monitoring of the system. So they are developing tools and sensors for monitoring how the environment goes. So both under earth, therefore gases, and surface, therefore earth and air. So they are, leaders together with some other companies in the States of these sensors for the environmental monitoring. That's the synthesis.
Un aspetto altrettanto importante della nostra azienda, della nostra capacità di sviluppare nuovi prodotti e nuove tecnologie è quello del forte connubio che abbiamo con tutti gli istituti di ricerca nazionali e con le università nazionali.
我们的产品不管是在进行多项的国家性的检验，不管是在化学还是在生态领域，都是在最前沿的。
So strong bonds with international research enterprises and local and
Questi sono alcuni dei progetti europei o nazionali che portiamo avanti proprio in partnership con vari enti ed istituzioni di ricerca.
这一部分的内容是我们这些项目都是我们最近涉及的一些项目。
Attualmente siamo impegnati, questa è un'altra circostanza fortuita e casuale, ma siamo impegnati in un progetto in Cina, un progetto che riguarda il distretto di Tongzhou, Il distretto di Guangzhou è un distretto della più grande regione di Pechino in sostanza.
我们现在目前在中国涉及的一个项目是在广西，广西是中国一个相当于比北京更大的一个城市。
So at the moment they are engaged in a big project in China also, in Guangzhou next to Beijing.
Il progetto riguarda la modellazione della pianificazione che in Cina hanno condotto su tutta la rete di acque superficiali, di impianti di depurazione di reti fognarie nel distretto di Guangzhou. Per verificare se gli effetti della loro pianificazione siano corretti, abbiamo noi, West Systems, messo su un modello che verificasse l'attendibilità della loro pianificazione.
因为广西这个城市它具有非常丰富的水土以及植被的覆盖，因此在测算的过程当中，特别是在环境污染的这方面的测算，需要用到我们的产品来全方面的测算一个系统。
So they did a model to verify the actual truthfulness of the purification of water in the whole system of this Chinese city. So therefore they were in charge to build the model and to see if over the model the water that supposedly was purified is true or not.
La nostra società impiega attualmente circa 60 tra professionisti, ingegneri, geologi, laureati in scienze, materie scientifiche e fattura un turnover di circa 10 milioni di euro di fatturato. Grazie.
我们有60个雇员，每年近1000万的产值。
Thank you. Grazie. Ingegnere Pecorella. Please, Tommaso. Tommaso Pecorella, he is an engineer from the Faculty of Information and Building.
Yeah. I'm Tommaso Pecorella from the Department of Information Engineering. From the Department of Information Engineering in Florence, and I'm here to present our research on the field of telecommunications.
我今天在这里，作为一个信息工程的代表，向这里介绍我们的公司。
In the field of the telecommunication, we are working mainly with the new standards, the 4G and 5G and 6G networks, but also sensor networks and other technologies.
我们的公司致力于4D、5D、6D 等信息传导枢纽。
But we want to point out that for us, the technology is not a goal, it is a mean.
科技并不是一个最终目标，而是一种手段。
Means of telecommunication for us is to be useful to build smart cities, smart environments, and to fill the gaps between the so-called digital divide.
而最终是为了建立我们的创新城市、创新人的生活，而有一个更方便快捷的生活理念。
Because in the future systems, we think that architecture, agriculture, and cities will be powered by a lot of information coming from sensors, coming from devices, coming from the knowledge of the ambient that will power the better living of people.
因为不管是生态还是环保的领域，都需要信息以及更高的科技去完成它发展的动力。
And this, of course, should be not limited to the developed areas, as is cities or neighbors, but most importantly to the undeveloped areas.
这不仅是让我们在我们的领域要有自己的发展，同时也要在跨领域的学科进行发展。
So, for example, agricultural lands removed, or the ambient monitoring, for example, in the case of landslides or particular events that have to be monitored continuously, or any other thing that have to be controlled.
就比如说在农业机械领域以及在环境机械领域，我们都会让机械可持续的进行一种持续性的控制，因此需要用到我们的科技。
So at the University of Florence, we are working together as in the telecommunication field, in the informatics, electronics, visual intelligence, and so on, in order to power the next revolution of telecommunication, but more importantly, the next vision.
电视不管在我们现在目前为止跟Fernando教授有过合作，就比如说在电视直播技术以及信息直播技术上，在美国、在中国都有实施。
And in this optic, our university is open to collaboration and eager to collaborate with anybody from the industries and worldwide in order to share the knowledge and have inputs from the real people that needs our products and of course other universities and research centers.
希望能通过这样一个活动，我们能够把我们的所学、我们的技术与更多的人、更多有需要的人分享。
And as a last thing, I will mention that just for example, we do have actual collaboration with Leonardo, that's ex-Finmeccanica, Telecom Italia, and a number of other industries that I will not mention because they are too many. And thank you very much.
我们有与众多重要的企业有过合作 ，team， 还有一些公司，像这一类的公司的话，都会是我们非常重要的合作伙伴。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Tommaso. Thank you. I think absolutely the telecommunications and electronics and all this field, it's essential for the future, for the development of also sustainable development, as you said, in agriculture, in the city, in the monitoring issue. I think, for example, especially with what we heard before from West system, the link that we also need to have for these sensor sentinels and monitoring issues are absolutely in line with what you said. So thank you very much, and we surely will keep on collaborating in the future, Tommaso. Thank you very much. Okay. So waters, Professor Eric Trevisol, he's from Venice. So if somebody from Venice cannot talk about waters, we are in a trouble. So Professor Trevisol from Venezia.
It works, yes. Good morning. Well, I come from Venice, but now I teach in Florence.
虽然我来自威尼斯，但是我现在在佛罗伦萨大学教书。
I am a water architect, so it means I specialize in water management and water landscape. And the title is Water and Biopond for a Circular Economy.
因为我目前为止在水的设计以及微生物循环经济上这是我的一个专业。
And now we see what kind of water and what are the bioponds. Next. Okay. And so I think that the requalification of the modern city depends a lot from the water. But water must be joined to water, energy, and food. And so if you want to save water, you have to link water with the energy and food.
食物，在每一个环节当中，水在食物和能源上面都有一个不可参与的、不可缺少的部分。因此，在决水的过程当中，也是另外这2项也是一个对水的循环起到非常作用的环节。
Next. And so this is what I said. Next. Okay. These are the 7 dimensions of water in one city.
这是7个水的循环的领域在城市之中的。
It means that the green is the environmental aspect of water in front of the city, and then the gray is the relationship between energy and water, and the blue obviously is the water cycle.
前2部分是城市当中的必不可缺少的水的储存的地方，而中间是水的能源转换，第3部分蓝色的部分是水的循环。
Next. These are some special techniques. These are all techniques that join water and green infrastructure. It means that here there are some green infrastructure. They are with 0 water consumption. There are some realization made in northern Italy in public spaces. Are on the left. On the left side, bottom up, there is a water. A water wall. It means it's a wall with a filtration of gray water.
在这一个部分，我们可以看到水的循环结构，从水的临水源到水的各种各样的实施，在我们实现了水的新的一种转换。
Next, other techniques. This is a phyto wall, the one in the center. It means that it is a wall that in the same time is a landscape factor and a filtration system for the gray water of a building.
这个在建筑上，我们使用有机墙和复合的系统，让废水得到以利用，同时在城市之间起到环保的作用。
And on the right side is a phyto balcony. It means a balcony inside an habitation and dwelling that filtrate the gray water of one flat inside the flat.
在这个阳台的内部可以看到这个废水处理墙，这是一种比较新型的一种设计。
Next. And these are finally the bioponds. What are the bioponds? The bioponds now are more popular in China.
生物榜这一个生物榜现在在中国非常流行。
Because the ponds are a traditional elements in China. It means they are reservoir of water. They are instrument of control of the flood in the city. And sometimes they are a filtration system in the historical tradition of the China and of the Italy too.
因为这一个部分在中国也是一个比较传统的一种设计，所以我们结合了生物的科技，让它们变得更为先进，起到一个作用，绿色的作用。
And obviously they have a especially characterized from a landscape point of view. These are some realization in northern part of Italy.
这个生态池同时也具有一个美的景观的效果。这一个部分在跟我们意大利的北部非常相像。
In China now there are 2 universities. One is the Tongji University of Shanghai that have a program named Pond City.
在同济大学我们有所合作，我们的项目名字叫 Pond City， 就是 Pond 城市。
In Beijing too, there are another university that is studying this new model of city with ponds.
在北京，我们也有相应的研究。
Next one, I see. This is the one that is the last with some industry that help us to develop all this idea and had the technologies about the ponds and the water cycle.
就是这个项目让我们的一些想法与设计正在变为现实。
Go next. Me and the next one. I want to remember Marco Polo. That is, he was from Venice. He was born in Venice.
这马可波罗出生于威尼斯，所以很高兴能把我们的科技推广向中国。
Thanks a lot.
非常感谢。
Yes, so waters, I believe, is essential. We'll see in the future. You know, what China has a big history on the use of water in the city. And so in the future, we surely will establish good bonds of collaboration there. So Lorenzo Bandinelli, please, from ANECO. Welcome. So I think the area of course, of renewable energies, and you know, we're very grateful that you were able to join us. I think you know, we have to see what we do together, because the market is being taken care by German, as you know, and by French and by Dutch people. So not to talk of other, you know, US and Canada. But I believe that if we go in line and we work in synergy, we, Italy, can provide some good alternatives. I believe the synergy between what you do, what we do in design, what other people is doing in marketing, what are they doing in furniture, for example, we must think new and try to see what are the future synergies to compete in this world market, because I don't believe that Italy can be off this. So please, you know, you're welcome.
Good afternoon to everyone, and I'm honored to be here to represent my company, that is the Eneco Group. Eneco Group is an Italian reality based more or less 15 kilometers from here, near the city of Prato. And we are on the market of renewable energies and turbines since 2007. So it's 10 years that we are on the market.
在我们的公司 ，excuse me， 很高兴跟大家见面。我们的公司在10几年的发展以来，一直在能源以及其他的领域有我们最专业的建树。
Yes, the company is composed by 4 business units.
我们有4个领域的项目。
The first one is smart plants, and it's about the installation of the traditional photovoltaic modules. When all the people think about the photovoltaic module, you think about the heavy one with the glass, and this one is the standard installation of this kind of modules.
第一个项目是智慧植物，因此是在设计景观的过程当中实现能源的节约。
But we are also producers of our line of modules that their specifics are a little bit different of the standard modules with the glass and a very heavy weight.
第二个领域是，sorry.
Okay. Yes, the third business unit is about solar power station and portable systems where you can always bring with you the energy for the recharging of the mobile phones and the tablets.
这一部分是第3个领域，是我们的可移动能源，在可移动能源上实现手机的随身充电。
The last business unit is about vertical turbines about the installation of a vertical axial turbine.
最后一部分是在垂直的实现风能的运动。
Okay, I was talking about the technology that composed our modules. They are really thin, really light, and semi-flexible. It means that we apply this kind of modules when where all these specifics are respected. Here I have an example of a module that, as you can see, now it's extremely customized,
Yeah.
but is very thin, light, and semi-flexible.
Yeah, 在4个产品的沿用过程当中，其实我们都用着相似的技术和相似的原材料，因此在这样一个我们现在看到这个样品就是其中的一个非常便携的，已经切成细薄片的一个样品。
Exactly. Our markets are clearly in Italy and in other countries, South America or the US, and our targets are the nautical market, the army market, and the special infrastructures.
在我们的市场遍布全球，从欧洲到南美，再到美国，因此我们的产品也适用于各种各样的领域，包括军工类行业。
We are also develop a new systems about the off-grid energy. With our modules that is very easy to bring always with you, you can create a standalone off-grid systems.
像因为这种便携性提供了你把这一种产品随身携带的可能。
As the image, the girl on the first image, she is recharging with a module like this. It's only a double one. His mobile phone or tablet, and this product you can always bring with you.
像第一张图片你们可看到的，一个女孩正在用这样一张薄片来为她的平板电脑充电，因此非常具有便携性。
We have different sides of these kits, from the small one about the mobile phones and the tablet to the bigger one that more or less the needs of a home.
我们有大的也有小的各种各样的尺寸。
With this one that is 3 kilowatts, and you apply our modules on the ground, you can always bring with you this energy, because the kit is composed by batteries, an inverter, and the panels. So it's a kit.
像现在你看到的这一块平电，它可以储存近3000瓦的容量，因此这一块容量的话，可以供你的可移动的能源所需。
Okay, let's talking about another business unit of the group that is Aquilero, and is about the micro wind turbine. We have 2 different products, that is 1 kilowatt and the 3 kilowatt one.
像你现在看到的微型风力发电机，它就是提供了一个1000到2000瓦的一个发电的。
Okay. Here we can use clearly these turbines for the purpose of getting energy, but not only about this. A lot of companies use these products for the energy, but they can put their brand on it, so it's a question of visibility for the company.
Yeah, 像这个微型的风力发电，它有很多公司都用，因为它这种小的可放置，所以它提供了很多公司的能源的支持。
Go through, for example, some case studies, the case histories, and here we can see here in Florence a structure with our modules. where the specifics of them are respected. So we can use for band roofs, in this case, in the second image, for example.
像现在你们看到的，也可以在私人的房子当中放在屋顶上，然后这样的话也可以给家庭提供电源。
But as I said, our core business is use these modules for multiple applications. For example, in the second image you can see the fashion environment. So you integrate the module on a bag and you have always the energy with you.
因为这一个原材料也可以比较轻便的放在面料上，因此它也在时尚的领域可以放在包包上。
Next slide. Okay, this one was the Eneco Group, and we have a small video to show you our product lines and other case history.
现在大家请看我的视频。
Yes, in this case we can see that the cells are in monocrystalline silicon. It means that they have an efficiency of 20 to 24%, so they are very efficient. There is no glass, and yes, all of our modules are 1.7 millimeters. We have a different line from 20 watt to 135 watts, but we have as well the capacity to build custom panels. It means that if you don't find the panels in the standard line that fits for your needs, we can build panels for you. This one is one of our targets, the marine industry, all the furniture and infrastructures.
这个视频可以看到我们的产品有不同的性能，从不同的大小到不同的地方的运用。我们的产品有非常高的性能，同时也有非常超薄的一个外观。
And yes, all of them are made in Italy. We buy the raw materials, and in our two different lines, we assemble and make the final products.
意大利制造的，最高品质。
Thank you.
谢谢大家。
Thank you very much. And I think, for example, the last thing that you were showing of the mono-axial turbines, I think there's a lot of development on that side. We just contacted a month ago a very interesting company next to Shanghai who's producing wood housing. And they have produced a wood house with full integration of renewables. The partnership is with Germany. Okay, so it's a very good, I think we can improve the design for sure. And I think we can improve some aspects of the technology. So I believe that in the future, perhaps together with other partnerships like Lucchini and other people that has come here, I believe that we should, in September, October, sit down and make a little bit of think tank and see if we can target one project of a prototype villa, Italian done, perhaps to be produced in China. So we have to think with you guys that you help us to conceive it also on an industrial trend, not only on the research trend. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Francesco, please. With Francesco, we're going to have a delightful time to go to the thermal baths because Pier Francesco Bernacchi is one of the most prestigious experts in Italy on thermal resources. And of course, as you know, Italy in this past and in these coming years will be always leading this trend in tourism. And of course, this is one of the excellencies that we have. So, Pier Francesco.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
大家下午好。
I am here to represent the associated company.
我今天在这里跟大家展示我的 ACTS 公司。
Actes, a company of art, culture, term and health.
我们公司在文化生态的领域有所建树。
LB Group, a company of spa and wellness.
我们的公司在西班牙和威尼斯有据点。
And the architect Carlo Ancilotti of EGD Group.
在EGD集团是我们的建筑合作伙伴。
This group works in the hot spring and the spa industry in so many different ways.
我们的公司在 SPA 的领域和什么的工程领域非常有专业的建树。
This is what we do. Preliminary and feasibility studies.
我们有着非常专业的研究和可灵活性的配合。
Projects and design.
设计和项目的策划。
Training.
培训。
Management and marketing.
在市场和管理上都是我们的专业。
I prefer to present now a short video of our job.
我想跟大家分享一下我的视频。
I
Grazie per
谢
Francesco.
谢大家。
Give us a bit of nice feeling, so fresh feeling. So you know the area of spa and wellness, I think, is going to be very important, and I believe the integration of all the energy and the renewables in this sector gives a lot of visibility to the trend. So I think in the future that will be very, very positive. So don't be afraid, we are in time, strangely. Catering is already here, and it's going to be a very good catering with a lot of fresh things to drink, and also Prosecco and Spritz, so we'll have a nice time later on. So now we have Massimo, please. We are collaborating with Linea 3 and Carol. They are industries here from Italy, from Tuscany, and they produce wonderful materials based on the high quality artisan handcraft that we have here in Italy. Massimo, please.
Buongiorno, sono Massimo Battiega e vi presento la Linea 3. L'azienda è stata fondata una quarantina di anni fa da un gruppo di amici che già fabbricavano mobili classici. L'intenzione era di portare il classico anche nel bagno. E devo dire, pardon.
大家晚上好，我今天想阐述的是我们非常经典的一些设计，这样的设计同样也能在我们的卫浴当中实现。
Da quel momento è iniziata la produzione di mobili con materiali pregiati, tutti fatti a mano e laccato anche tutto a pennello con decorazioni artistiche e così via. Tutte le parti metalliche dei nostri prodotti sono o in ottone o in alluminio, che vengono trattate in bagno oro 24 carati oppure cromati.
我们企业的产品大多数来自于佛罗伦萨的本土。
So basically, the products that he has produced and that he started producing are all based on all techniques of painting, of lacking the furniture, and also on gold application on furniture.
Tutte le parti in legno invece sono tutte in foglia oro o in foglia argento.
我们也可以做以银质的产品作为在银质的材料上进行制作与加工。
Già dai primi anni abbiamo voluto fare il bagno completo, per cui abbiamo inserito dei rivestimenti in marmo lavorato in foglia oro e argento, e abbiamo inserito mobili, accessori, rubinetti, sanitari, termoarredo, docce, vasche, saune, hammam. Abbiamo completato insomma con quello che serve oggi il bagno.
我们成功的制作了全部的卫厕的设施，包括卫生设施、洁厕，还有一些其他的配属设施。
So basically, all the components of the bathroom, they have been producing using the old techniques of putting gold and silver over the furniture, so it's top quality, and they apply this to all the components of the bathroom.
E negli ultimi anni abbiamo iniziato anche a fare una progettazione, lavorando con boiserie, controsoffittatura, suddividendo il bagno nella zona benessere e nella zona servizi, facendo progetti in giro per tutto il mondo, chiavi in mano.
在最近的几年中，我们公司的产品呢，在全球的范围内进行了制造。
Video? Grazie.
谢谢，谢谢大家。
Fantastic job. You're doing an excellent job. And I believe that sustainability is also keeping up with the handicraft and the artisan traditions. That's very important for all of us. So, Carol, in Italiano, vai. And this is Professor Ali. This is the last one. Professor Ali, Professor, this is the last one. So there's unfortunately other people had to go. There's heat and they didn't come. So after this, I believe that we are gonna put all the posters that won. We're gonna display them here because we have all the telecameras and everything is here. And then we call all the people. So we will do the ceremony for the posters for the student awards. Professor Marco and you will give the prizes, and after that, catering is already being prepared, on the other room. So we are right in time, and after that, as we agree, you will close here together with all of us, and then I believe it's good that we all come here so that they take pictures, because then we'll be already on the net all together. Okay? So we are right in time. Please, Carol.
Ok. Con grande dispiacere il direttore Harold non è potuto essere qui oggi, quindi lo sostituisco io che sono l'area manager Carol, Prisca Bacchiega. La Harold è un'azienda con oltre 35 anni di storia, è situata a soltanto mezz'ora da Firenze ed è riconosciuta nel mondo come la più alta eccellenza produttiva toscana del mobile da bagno in chiave moderna e contemporanea. Dal 2014 l'azienda è entrata a far parte del gruppo Gessi Rubinetterie, che è l'emblema di oggetti esclusivi di arredo per il bagno e per il wellness.
大家好，我们公司有5年的历史，从2014年开展到至今，在佛罗伦萨有着非常优秀的发展。
And basically, Carol, what she's saying, I try to just be very synthetic, is a 35-year-old enterprise, and they're taking care of all the furniture related to bathroom and that sector. Of course, we're also talking all the time top quality. I think this is the main difference between the Italian quality and the mass-made production in other countries. Here we do top-level quality. This is the only way that we can survive in the future. Not to go down on our quality of production. I think the same thing is together with the marble issue and the other things that we presented. We are a small country with a lot of technology, with a lot of tradition. We cannot go down from our level of luxury. That's the level that we deserve.
La mission di Harold è quella di rinnovare il concetto del mobile trasformando in oggetti unici la principale materia prima, ovvero il legno, grazie all'utilizzo di speciali tecniche di produzione e alla lavorazione manuale dei suoi artigiani che si tramandano una cultura millenaria.
我们的产品主要采用木质来作为主要的材料，用特殊的技术方法来完成这一高品质的工艺制造。
La combinazione fra il legno e materiali come il metallo, la pietra e le finiture sintetiche ad alte prestazioni permette di raggiungere dei risultati di grande esclusività ed estetica, però senza mai trascurare la funzionalità e la praticità degli elementi prodotti.
木质材料区别于石头或大理石或金属材料，有其自身的特性，使其更能优秀地体现出我们的产品特质。
Le diverse linee Harold si distinguono fra di loro per le loro caratteristiche estetiche e strutturali e anche per le diverse aree di gusto a cui si possono associare. Tuttavia, comunque, una scelta mirata delle finiture dei singoli elementi le rende adatte sia ad ambientazioni contemporanee che a contesti moderni.
我们产品的设计元素既使用现代与古典相结合，所以这个利用木质的特殊材料，使我们的概念极其完美的契合。
So basically, in synthesis, what she's saying is that over the main production, is the quality of finishing that makes the difference. And they have a very wide capacity of doing very personalized finishing in different types of qualities.
Carol ce la mette tutta per customizzare ogni suo prodotto. Alcune delle sue collezioni infatti offrono la possibilità di rivestire i frontali dei cassetti col cuoio naturale, il piano fiore, che fra tutte le specialità di cuoio presenti sul mercato è la più pregiata.
我们其中最特别是我们的一些抽屉的制作及
So basically, she's also saying that, for example, one of the characteristics is to use leather in the furniture of the furniture, and that is, as far as luxury is concerned, is one of the most precious things that you can do. Excuse me, video. Mi mandi il video.
请欣赏视频。
Okay, so yes, I suppose that Carlo dice a tutta la gente di venire che cominciamo a vedere la chiusura. And I believe Ella, dobbiamo portare tutti i poster degli studenti qua. So portiamoli tutti qua. Okay, so while we do this, we're going to move those posters down here. So while we do this, perhaps we can start sort of, just thinking how we close this. Professor.
All right.
Okay, well, I think it's, there is always the first time when you do things and you don't know whether they work or they don't work. I visited this place in winter and it was very beautiful, very nice, very comfortable. But today, because the heat is so high and it does not have air conditioning, I do apologize in behalf of Marco and Fernando who organized this. So it is really, we did not realize it's going to be, otherwise we would have stayed at the university because at least we would have had air conditioning there. But anyway, now we had a lovely exposure to what's happening here and some of the industry, which we are delighted. Some of you of the 40 countries, you can take that knowledge with you, and if you decide to do something, whether in furniture, whether in equipment, or whether in art, then this is the place. Italy is the place. The price is low, and the quality high, and everything looks fine, you know. Okay, and everything is fine. Now, of course, one of the tradition which we have in the forum is the competition which Professor Fernando organized with the various countries. I think he will brief you what are the countries and what are the posters first.
Yes. So basically, while we put all the posters, as you know, we have a jury of 6 professors, both from Egypt, from England, from Italy, and from Middle East that have voted. We did all the calculations on the voting, and we have first prize, second prize, and third prize. And I'm very glad to tell you that we are very balanced between the Middle East and Italy, and because basically we were Italy and the Middle East, so more or less we are very balanced, thank God, okay, for all of us. So I think this is also the effort that, you know, all the universities are doing to teach properly sustainable development issues and green design, and to train our future expertise and architects on this field. I think is very important, and it's always been, you know, a very strong intention and object of also of World Renewable Energy Congress, of Habitat and ETA and all the other partners, institutions. The training and the capacity building is, I believe, is really part of it. And I think that the cultural aspect of things like this, exhibitions like the one we are setting up with you here, are very important because they allow people to follow us, they allow institutions to follow us, and of course for the students who have done the effort to travel here to Italy and to receive a prize from Professor Ali and Professor Marco Sala, it is an honor, and you should keep it very close to your hearts in the future and dedicate yourselves to properly develop sustainable development issues.
We have analyzed your work, but one aspect that we want to outline. We are, all of us, devoted and dedicated to the energy theme and to the aspect of how reduce energy consumption, how to use renewable energy in architecture, how to build a more sustainable world. Nevertheless, you have to bear in mind that we are architects. And architects, since the first theoretical approach of the Roman time 2,000 years ago, was based on 3 aspects: the structure, the strength, the structure, the functionality, and the beauty. Only the project who are able to couple all these three elements, they are really successful projects. This they have to bear in mind, because we need correct building, of course, but also beautiful building. And the ability of the architects is to make not a balance, but to make a harmonious integration of these three aspects. This is our mission. And of course, in this, we are always together with engineers. We are the science and the strength about this profession. So now we are going to see the results of the...
All right.
We have divided into three categories: first prize, second prize, and third prize. We have selected 9 projects, 3 of first class, 3 of second class, and 3 of third class.
Excellent.
All the 9 are excellent.
Excellent, excellent. Now, you are the future of what we call Zaha Hadid, or Norman Foster, or Richard Roger, or Lorenzo Piano, or Cucinello. You are the future, because you're going to be one of those people one day which carry your name, okay? So therefore, keep on, you know. And I say to my students who work in architecture and also who work in building, that don't hesitate to try your own vision, your own expectation. There's no point copying. You can copy, fine. You can learn. But then you must try your own originality. It doesn't matter. It might be a little bit annex, or a little bit box, or a little, bicycle shed, but that is yours. You designed it. You made it. And don't feel frightened. I remember one of my sons, I have 2 sons, both of them architects. One of them, he designed a building hanging out the Hoover Dam in the United States. And he won a lot of prize for it. Just a building hanging out of the Hoover Dam. So the idea, don't hesitate to try anything which you think is worth doing yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, forget it. You should not study architecture. But you must believe in yourself, and what you do is correct. It's fine. Sometimes you make mistakes. This is where your professor is there, and this is where your colleague will tell you. Anyway, all of the people who submitted poster, they're worthy of a prize. They all excellent. They all perfect. They all give an idea to the world that the person who made them is worthy to be an architect. But as you know, there are a degree of good, a degree of better, and a degree of excellent. And because of these 3 degrees, we chosen 3 categories. So now I think Professor Marco or Fernando will read the names. Okay, you got the names? Okay.
I will read the names. So
okay.
We have third prize is this one.
Start for the lower one.
You better read the name
in Arabic?
In Arabic,
Yeah.
you correct the spelling.
Okay.
These ones.
Okay. No problem. I have to find where is the name. Okay. Engineer Maha Al-Adawi. Sorry? Oh, they did not travel.
Okay, let's mention the name. I think it's good.
Oh, Maha Al-Adawi. So, who will receive her things? You. Yes. Okay. Right. So, Marco.
4 people.
Okay.
4 medals.
So, Noura Ahmed, Dalia Medat, Reham Hanif, Farida Mohamed.
There are
Okay?
4. There are 4. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in the second place, this is the third place.
This is the third place.
And the
So
second place,
these ones, they're not here.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's good that you. Okay, so Ariana Benini, Irene Bertini, Giulia Bracci, Beatrice Cecchelli. This is work together with Professor Marco Sala for the school design. Is third prize.
Very good.
And Caterina Bronovic with Antonella Trombadore is also third prize.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Second prize. We have 3 entries.
Okay. Well, the first name?
Aya Abdul Salman.
You here? Okay, so
Samar Hafiz.
Brava!
Very well.
Okay.
Are you alone? Who are your partners? Okay, all the
Yeah,
partners,
okay.
you come here, receive the prize.
Congratulations. Tanina. Okay.
Okay, good.
Mabruk.
Very well done.
All right.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Thank you very well done.
Okay. All right. Is it 2 of you? Okay. All right. We'll get you to stand here.
The other 2 colleagues.
And the other 2 with them? I don't know. Is it the other 2? Okay. All right.
You give to the other two. Okay? Good.
The other one, the other one, Dina Arif, Mirna Rafat, Nada Fadi, and Rona Osama.
Brava, Dina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Dina, you're not only winner, you are a lovely too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Medal for you.
Yeah, okay.
4 people.
Bravissimo.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Right. Who
and
else?
now we go to the first prizes.
First one.
Thank you.
I want you to design my house. Right. Who is the first one here? Okay. The first one also, there's an Egyptian among them? No?
Italians goes in vacation.
Gabriele Poggi, Alessandro Querzola, and Milena Tricconi, together with Professor Marco Sala with China Design. Okay? So they deserve this. Second one is also with us and is Cappelli, Rebecca, Giovanna Colangelo e Elena Copede.
Okay. Very good.
And
Hussein,
Name?
Rana Ahmed, Majar Shlabi, Mohammed Ashbayi.
Okay. So you got the first prize.
You deserve a kiss.
You
anyway.
got the first prize. Very good. Very good. Did a very good job. Okay? Good. Well done.
Yeah,
Molto
there we are.
bene.
Now remember what I said at the beginning. You be one day somebody. So start doing it.
So
Don't
gold
worry.
medals. You don't sell them. You never sell them. You can give it to your sons. Okay?
Now.
Bravo.
I need whoever here who won a prize, come over and take a group picture with us. Only the one who got the prize. Come on. Okay?
Yes, we will do that.
You have to have one together. Okay? Right. Stand by Marco, Professor Marco. Okay, yeah. Abnaga, yeah. Okay. All right.
Good.
So we take our picture. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Oh my God, Professor. Che palle.
Okay. You want
He's terrible with this thing about his camera all the time.
Okay, me too.
And then he doesn't share. He tries to sell the pictures, you see.
Yeah, come closer, come closer.
We won't buy your pictures.
I'm going to send it by email.
Okay,
Wi-Fi
good.
is not
Thank
capable to send
thank you.
photos. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Of course.
All right.
Sì, aspetta, la chiusura del condono.
Right.
Ok.
Okay. يلا محمد
Professor
معلش
Marco.
take.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
all
you.
right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. So, aspetta. No, tutti, certo, aspetta. Adesso facciamo. So we are,
Now.
Professor Ali,
Yeah.
we are British time, right in time.
Exactly.
So, incredibly, we're right in time.
Exactly.
So we say 6 o'clock, Professor Ali
Do the
can
closing.
go for the closing,
Okay.
and then I believe that we can all
Take
join
a
and
group.
take a picture group because also the telecameras are still on.
Excellent.
So, we'll stay on video.
Excellent.
Okay?
Now, this is a task which obviously not any director or chairman like to say, because we've been having 3-4 days, wonderful times, because the hospitality of Florence, the food of Italy, the welcome which we received from everybody, and of course, admittedly, the weather wasn't very good, but never mind. I asked a friend a long time ago, when I used to come alone as a young boy, he said, listen, when I used to be a little boy, I used to come to Italy quite a lot, sometimes by train. And I know some of you were not born. The first time I came here, 1961. It's a long time. But they used to say to me, look, the Italian cheat you if you go to the restaurant. Wherever you go, but they do it so elegantly, you don't mind. And that's true, because the Italian wonderful people, they combine the East and the West. They combine the West, the North, and the South. And now you can notice, even now with the crisis of the immigrant, with the crisis of the famine, with the crisis of climate change, who burned the biggest task? The Italian. Because all African come to Italy first. All the people from Asia, they come to Italy. The Italian, wonderful people. And of course, to mention a few of them, of course, Marco Sala and Fernando, Riccardi. Now, we're going to repeat this, of course, in 2 years, and this time, the third time is better. The third time, we will be prepared. First of all, we will have the venue is air-conditioned, which is, I can assure you that, okay? Secondly, we plan the posters more, so at least when you're cooperating with China, we have some Chinese poster. So we should have some Chinese poster to be here with us. And we have other countries should take part as well. So we really have to work very hard for 2 years to make it happen. Now, the other thing, of course, every single one of you is an expert in his own field. And I'm so delighted because the standard of paper were very high. And I will be producing with my colleague, which we try to acknowledge wonderfully, Springer. They not only financially sponsor the meeting, but also distributed at least about 40 books to everybody free. And that's another contribution from Springer. And I'm sure with Amanda being in the office, we will repeat this in 2 years from now. Her ancestor come from Italy, so there you are. Anyway, so thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much for all the effort you put up, especially people from Africa, which we have Amina. Thank you. And of course, people from Egypt. And many people. Of course, and the chairman of our trustee here with us from UK. Now you imagine, I don't want to reveal his age, but he walked faster than me at the age of 87. That's fantastic. He's a wonderful personality in UK, and I'm sure if you know him more, he is the same, okay? And of course, from the zone of the war of ISIS, I got my colleague from north of Iraq. There he is. Just imagine. Don't forget the beautiful lady from Iran. Here we are. Anyway, so really, sorry? Oh, Sebendi, okay. Yeah, of course, Indonesia, yeah. No, I mean, we really had more than 40 countries. But the charm and the beauty is the Italian, which we treasure and we really appreciate. And we need to stay closer to the Italian, whether we are from UK, whether we are from far off the world. Italy is a wonderful country. And Abite is a wonderful place to be with. You know, I mean, I know Marco at least 30 years. I know this fellow maybe the last 12 years. But we are fine. We're going to do it better. It's going to be nicer. And as we go along, we make it bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, again, many, many thanks. I wish you bon voyage and have a lovely trip. And when you get at home, remember, you met a friend and you met colleagues and you make some networking. So you should work, communicate, and write to each other. Again, thank you very much. Thank you.
I think that Ali already said everything. I have nothing more to say. We are always very happy to receive people and to try to communicate, to integrate our culture within a scientific approach, always. In this direction, we will start from now to apply to work for the successful next very big VREC conference in London next August, August 18 in London, hosted by Kingston University. I already been 2 years ago. It was a wonderful university, wonderful organization, maybe better than ours, because sometimes we failed. And I hope to see all of you next year in London.
Just very briefly, I think we need to thank industry. Yes. We're very grateful that you guys came here, that you're still here with us, that you support all the heat and all the, the academic chat, which sometimes is needed. But thank you very much. Together we can do great things. Only together.
Also, I suggest that Fernando will distribute the list of the participants to the industry, to the people. Yes, so you write to them and say, this is my business. Would you like a business in this area? Do your country need something? Because there's no point one way.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes. So, the enterprises is very important. We must thank a lot our Chinese assistants, because without them, we have a question of language, and they are really doing a great job. So thank you very much for all the effort that the guys are putting. And last, not least, and not first, the technical staff of TNT Events Video. Thank you very much, Nikki. Thank you, guys. You've done an excellent job. Excellent job. Thank you very much.
You already know we had a wonderful appreciation from a lot of parts of the world because the quality of the video streaming that we are sent around from China and from South America. We received a very appreciation. Thank you. Everybody here for the picture, photograph for the camera.